Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. If you follow my channel weekly, especially daily, you know that this screenshot haunts me because it feels like everybody hits me up during Cavalier Nexus Day, and that's specifically Sundays where you get 4 Cavalier Nexus for $10. It's an amazing deal considering when they first came out, Kabam gave you 5 for $50. So it's like, I'll give you one less for 80% off. So anyhow, I am going to assume that some of you are like me and you do not have this as your possible outcome of a Nexus so far this year. But people like my good friend Webby, they got 5 or 6 of these last month, and when I got a big fat goose egg, big fat 0. So we have a summoner here that hit me up recently, Mr. Nubcake, because he wanted to flex on me and show off what happened to him recently. You can see he got a 6-star Nexus in between a 3-star and a 4-star Dollar General Batman, and that by itself is worth more, much more, even if it's a crappy Nexus on paper, than $10. Kabam still charges at best $30 cash for one of these, but really they like to charge more like $100 worth of units, like 3,000 units for a unit special. Or if you're doing dual class crystals, they'll charge 3,500 units. They used to charge 6,000 units, even for a Nexus of these. So for $2.50, yeah, it's a steal. But what's even more than a steal of one is when you get 2. So 2 out of 2 crystals, $5. And I wouldn't have believed it otherwise, which, by the way, we'll talk about that in a second. But that was 2 crystals, 2 6-star Nexus. Do you know how much I'd be freaking out if this was me? Do you know how much I'd be freaking out? I would sound like I hadn't hit puberty again. My register would be going all falsetto, and I would just be staring at this like, what? And I would freak out if this was me and I had opened 20, 30 crystals and gotten this. But 2 out of 2? I would be freaking out. That's got to be a Talos video. I would be freaking out if this was me. So, he did submit this to show off what they looked like. And hopefully it will sharpen here in a second. It always takes a couple of seconds to sharpen, but eventually it just clarifies like you're at an eye exam. And the first one, look at that. Okay, you're telling me, how much could they charge for a 6-star Apocalypse just straight up? How much would you pay units wise for a 6-star Apocalypse? I would guess a minimum of 3,000. But I've seen them go as high as 6,000 or even 10,000 for a champion like 6-star OG Vision. So there are people out there who would pay 10,000 units for 6-star Apocalypse. And yes, that's over $300 worth of units. Well over $300 worth of units. He got 6-star Apocalypse for $2.50. And let's just see how that second one looked. Mr. Nubcake. I would be so freaking out. Screen sharpens, and oh, you had the choice between 3 really good champions. This is actually, I think, a better overall Nexus than the first one, and that's saying something because I love Medusa and, of course, Apocalypse. But I don't think all of the community would have chosen Dollar General Batman. I think some would have chosen Mr. Negative for sure, because you all have told me that you love taking him to rank 3 or even rank 4. And Sentinel is still underrated. Wow. Okay. Well, there you have it. I would be freaking out. Absolutely freaking out if I was him. We will go back to this image because that is absolutely beautiful. This is like the Marvel Casino of Champions equivalent of winning the lottery twice in 2 crystals. And not only that, but you can get a 6-star Nexus with like OG Iron Man, OG Daredevil, OG Captain America, and suddenly you're asking what you did in your past life to deserve such a thing. He got 2 really good Nexus, and that's not easy to do, especially when there's only 3 outcomes versus something like 10, or, of course, the wish crystals that happen about twice a year. Well, let's keep this around 5 minutes and end it here. Congratulations, sir. Thanks for the submission. I am so jealous. I'd be freaking out. Freaking out.